Hey, what's up? This is Pete and welcome back to Underdog Garage. We're now into part 4 of our Miata rust repair series, and we are finally getting to weld in our new replacement rocker panel on this MX5 Miata. It's definitely been a really challenging process. It's definitely stretched my abilities, but I think it came out pretty well, and I think it'll be pretty valuable for you, especially if you are tackling this repair yourself. And if not, it's pretty cool just to watch some good footage of welding and metal going on metal. So with that said, let's go ahead and get into this install of this new replacement rocker panel. First, I needed to figure out which parts of the rockage panel I had to trim off to get the perfect fit. After a couple test fits, we were ready to start trimming the panel. I also made some adjustments on the body to help with the fitment. Since the inside of the rocker panel won't be accessible, I sprayed rust converter to try and neutralize some of the remaining rust I can't get to. With the car body ready, it's time to prep the patch panel. I grind back the paint on the areas I'm welding. I spray any excess bare metal spots with Weld-thru primer. One final check on fitment and it's time to weld. I started in the center and worked my way outwards in a circle with the weld. This panel is so big I wasn't really concerned with overheating and warpage. I moved to different areas of the panel to keep the heat less concentrated in one area.
You know, when you're first putting the panel on, like, you're just thinking to yourself, holy crap, like, is this thing actually gonna work? And it starts actually working, and it starts looking like it was actually part of the car, and it's such a kick-ass feeling.
A couple sections on the front and back required butt welds, so I tacked them in place first, then ran a bead after between the tacks. Once all the welds were finished, I ground down any excess filler for a smooth finish and covered the bare metal with Weld-thru primer. Inside the rocker panel, I sprayed fluid film. This stuff helps to prevent corrosion and future rust as it coats everything in a wax film. Alright, so we've gotten our rocker panel fully installed, everything's welded in. There's a couple things I have to go back and touch up on, some areas to prime, and I need to put some seam sealer down in some areas to prevent water from getting inside the panel. One thing I did want to point out is, because I didn't get a chance to film it, on the underside of the rocker panel where the panel meets the unibody structure, I ran seam sealer all along that edge because it kind of has a lip and could collect water pretty easily, especially if there's no preventative material there. Other than that, this panel is pretty much in. In part 5, we are going to be installing the quarter panel, and we're going to get this repair completely finished and the car ready for body work. Alright, that's it for this episode. Thanks so much for watching. Questions, comments, concerns, leave them down below. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss part 5 of this series where we finally put the quarter panel and finish up this job on this MX5 Miata. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.